Let me tell you a story about how music isn't just background noise. It's the heartbeat of community. Ever wondered how a simple melody can bring people together, no matter their age or background? Rock and roll, with its infectious energy and driving rhythms, does just that. Think of backbeat as the engine of a car, propelling us forward together. Now you might be thinking, isn't rock and roll just for the rebellious youth? But that's the magic whether you're into the syncopated swing of the 50 seconds or the stadium anthems of the 80 seconds, rock and roll adapts. It's like a universal language, using chord progressions to connect complete strangers. Picture this. Our new community space is open, and the air buzzes with anticipation. The sound system's ready, guitars tuned, playlists queued. You can feel how music slices through awkwardness, creating instant camaraderie. We're not just listeners, we're participants. Here's the real kicker. Neurologists call this entrainment, when music literally syncs our brainwaves, helping us move and feel as one. So next time you tap your foot to a beat, remember you're joining a much bigger movement. And that's exactly why our community runs on rock and roll. It's more than nostalgia, it's a living, breathing experience that welcomes everyone in. Ready to join the chorus? Let's dive into the Beatles' discography, arguably the bedrock of any great playlist. Why do their songs still make pulses race? It's all about innovation and accessibility. The Beatles pioneered multi-track recording, layering sounds like a chef stacking flavors, giving every song depth and surprise. But wait, wasn't their real genius how they inspired people to create their own musical journeys? Picture a playlist. It's a curated narrative, much like a Beatles album where A Hard Day's Night segues into Eleanor Rigby. Playlists use sequencing, the careful ordering of tracks to craft mood and momentum. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I choose which songs to add? Here's my tip. Let your playlists tell a story. Start with high-energy tracks, the opening act. Build to a crescendo. Then, ease listeners back down. The Beatles did this masterfully, which is why their albums feel timeless. Let me ask, when was the last time a playlist made you feel something unexpected? That's the legacy of these artists. It's not just about song selection, it's about emotion, pacing, and discovery. So, whether you're a diehard fan or just discovering this music, remember, every playlist is a tribute to the musical journeys the Beatles set in motion. What if you could access a backstage pass to decades of rock and roll legends? That's the idea behind our VIP channel. With links to playlists featuring Elvis, The Police, and Jeff Lynne's ELO. We're not just offering songs, we're offering eras, atmospheres, entire worlds. Now, some folks might ask, with so much music out there, how do you make a playlist stand out? The answer is thematic cohesion. Imagine each playlist as a themed party. Elvis brings the swagger, The Police add a bit of new wave tension, and ELO infuses orchestral grandeur. It's musical chemistry in action. But here's the challenge. Balancing variety with flow. Too random, and the vibe breaks. Too uniform, and things get dull. That's where crossfades and transitions come in. Think of them as smooth handshakes between tracks, keeping the groove unbroken. You might be thinking, isn't it enough just to shuffle? Not quite. Curated playlists transform passive listening into a guided journey. It's the difference between wandering aimlessly and following a well-marked trail. So, next time you follow one of our VIP links, don't just play immerse. Let each track transport you. And maybe discover your new favorite classic. Crank it up. But have you ever wondered why turning up the volume makes music feel so much more alive? That's the loudness effect at work. A psychoacoustic phenomenon where increased volume tricks our brains into feeling more engaged. Now, you might say, but isn't loud music just about making noise? Actually, there's science here. Higher decibels activate the reticular activating system in our brains. Think of it as a wake-up call, sharpening attention, boosting adrenaline. This is why, at a rock show or in our community space, the music literally moves you, it resonates through your bones and muscles, not just your ears. Engineers call this bone conduction. But there's a conflict. Too loud and we risk hearing fatigue. The solution? Smart sound engineering, balancing volume and clarity. So every riff and lyric comes through cleanly. So whether you prefer your music loud or louder than loud, know this. Volume isn't just preference, it's part of the physical, communal thrill that is rock and roll. Finally, let's talk about the magic of dancing together. Why does rock and roll make us want to move as one? It's more than catchy tunes. Sociologists call this collective effervescence, the buzz we feel in shared musical moments. Now, imagine you're at our community space playlist pumping. You look around, everyone sync to the rhythm, even strangers. This isn't accidental. Playlists act as social scripts, setting tempo and mood for the group. Here's the friction. Not every song will get everyone moving. The trick is energy mapping, sequencing high-energy dance tracks, then sprinkling in slow burners for breathers. DJs use this technique to read and steer the crowd. Ever found yourself shy at first, only to be swept onto the floor by a favorite song? That's the resolution, the playlist breaking down barriers, helping us connect without words. So, next time you're grooving with us, remember, you're not just hearing music, you're building memories and forging bonds. That, my friends, is why we go for that rock and roll music together.